What, how, and why has made education culture in Korea competitive. I bring two experts to talk about it. One is elementary school teacher in Korea. The other is American university student. You're watching Koka Korea podcast.
Korean school student life is really tough. It's really
Yeah.
challenging. Yeah. And it starts even like a kindergarten, actually.
Kindergarten? What are
Yeah.
kindergartners learning?
Yeah. After the kindergarten, they go to a different kind of hagwon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, the mostly like, sports or arts. Yeah,
Oh,
piano school,
okay.
like violin school, swimming
Oh,
school.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
art school and
Mm-hmm.
English school.
Wow.
True, we start cram school from kindergarten. If it's not after kindergarten, it's during kindergarten. Some kids go to English kindergarten.
Yeah, there are a bunch of English
Wow.
kindergarten here. Yeah, so it's expensive, really expensive.
Hmm.
So they're actually privileged, and but I don't think that's a necessarily bad thing
Yeah.
because as a language learner, if I think the earlier the better. So
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
right, yeah.
It's just about like the amount of pressure that you're putting
Yeah,
on,
they just put themselves in like a immerse environments. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a good.
Mm.
Yeah, but they the bad thing is that they are pressured by their
Right.
parents. Yeah, that's a bad thing. But yeah, I
Mm.
heard that the English kindergarten is fun,
Mm.
entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, the earlier kids learn another language, the easier to learn another language. So their parents put them to English kindergarten and cram school. But they have one more reason they have lots of cram school because their parents' work finish in night. So there is no one to care for kids until work is done. Cram school is as place of learning, but also as babysitter in Korea.
Well, that makes sense in a way. Like, even in the States, like, most kids have something after school, like a sport or like piano or violin or something. But like just going and just studying after school, that's very different. So I think that's pretty unique to Korea. Very interesting.
Yeah, I was living in California for a year when I was 12. First time I was surprised because America has been focusing on after school activities. Korea doesn't have that much, but America has soccer, uh, basketball, football, a lot.
Mm.
Because it's like a California. It depends on the states, right?
I mean, the sport you play depends on the state, but I think every school has a lot of sports you can choose from. Like my high school had like basketball, volleyball, cross country, softball. Like there was a lot. So like,
Mm,
and then you can choose like a different sport per like season because every sport has like a season. So yeah, I think that's true. Like there's a lot of variety you can choose from. And I
I
definitely didn't grow up in a big city, so
mm,
yeah.
I see.
And literally everyone do after school.
Oh, yeah, the only thing most kids do after school here is sports or like some club, like 동아리 or some instrument. Yeah.
I think about in the States, students have proud of after school activities. For example, they share their activities on the social media and school has many award days. It seems they have confidence what they do.
They have confidence in their after school activities. Mm,
But as I heard, some some American people say that they don't have many opportunity to learn like a different like activity, like a sports, arts, because if you have the private lesson, it's really expensive, and the finding teacher is not easy. That like a good teacher is not easy. So some people say that like Korean students can have many opportunity to experience the arts, what they like, they can know what they like, what they don't like, what they are into. So in some way, I think that's a good thing. Like still it's the education, like it looks a little bit overheated, but I think in terms of having more opportunity in early age is a good thing.
Education when you are young is essential because what you learn during that time greatly affect your future. But speaking from the student's perspective, they often feel stressed. Not only because of their parents' expectation, but also due to pressure society put on them to study.
Yeah, they have a high expectation of education because Korean society is competitive, and we don't have a lot of resources. It's only we have human resources, and that's how Korean has developed so quickly. So I think there are pros and cons, but yeah, we can focus on the positive perspective. So that's how Korean grow up. So yeah, a lot of people already know that Korean education system is so overheated, and it has a lot of side effect. Like children are not happy. Yeah, but actually, in reality, a lot of elementary school. I'm a teacher, and I'm teaching elementary schoolers, and they go on a trip, like especially travel abroad like many times in a year, like at least 3 times, in a year, go abroad. Yeah, and then they absent for the reason they travel abroad, like in summer vacation, like during the Children's Day holiday, like and winter vacation. They always travel abroad. So I think for a, like elementary schooler, I think they still enjoy a lot. They study a lot, but they enjoy a lot, and that they have a lot of opportunity to learn the many things. But the middle school, high schooler, compared to like other country, like especially Western countries, maybe Japan and China, India, they are the same, or they are more the worse than Korea, as far as I know. Especially Hong Kong, like India, some area, and Japan, like China, they are so competitive. Yeah. So yeah, as a middle school and high schooler, maybe they get stressed a lot because of you know they get pressured by parents and society, and even peer pressure, kind of. Yeah.
There is something statistic, dark side of Korea. We are ranked first in suicide rates among the OECD countries. I assume one of the reason is the extremely academic stress. Students seem to feel stressed because they have been competing since a young age. For example, the most popular major in Korea is doctor major, and I've heard that to get into medical school, some students start learning high school mathematics as early as elementary school.
Yeah, that's true, right? Yeah, they prepared. They started very early to go to like medical school, because it's really competitive, and the medical school is the always the number one priority. Everyone wants to be a doctor, so yeah, it's really competitive.
Mm,
Yeah, and that competition push everyone to start earlier and earlier. It's like if they fall behind even a little, they are already at the disadvantage.
Yeah, because it's
mm,
they study advanced. So if you start in middle school, it's not possible, but you are uh too behind. So it's not to catch up with them. So that's why they try to start early, like at least 50th grade of elementary school.
Right, and it's sad because kids don't even have the chance to just be a kid anymore. They are pushed into this race from such a young age. It's not okay for the kids.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay, and I think it had to changed. But we cannot control the compatibility. Like it's a social issue, right?
that's true.
Yeah. So right now, it's your like a personal choice, but I think Korean society has to change because it is
Mm,
too competitive and too stressful. So
mm,
that's why every time we research what country is the happiest country, right? And
mm,
number one, two, three is always in the countries in like a what's that uh north a European country, like a Scandinavian countries, right?
mm,
And Korean always a link, like it's just like under average, like a 50, 51.
mm,
Yeah. It's because yeah, I think it's a really big like a society issue. Like when they're young, they just only focus on study, and they got pressured a lot. And then when they grow up as an adult, it's still like a society, like it's still competitive. And
mm,
then there has some like a society expectation, like you achieve this, and then you achieve this in at certain age, something like
mm,
that. Yeah, so I think a lot of the young generation people like uh you know struggle with that. And yeah, I think that's uh yeah, certainly, yeah, we Korean society had to change, yeah, at some point.
Even as older people continue to live with a strong sense of competition, I believe this competitive mindset is from the school education system. In school, students are constantly competing against their classmates. Teachers often grade students based on their ranking within the class. For example, top 10% of the class receive an A, next 30% get a B. So students end up feeling both like friends and competitor at the same time. Korean students go through this system for 12 years elementary school, middle school, and high school. Living this way for such a long time ingrains deep-seated sense of competition. So even when Koreans become adults, that competitive spirit remains deeply in their mind.
That's interesting. I feel like in the US, like your academic um performance is really like individualistic. Like it's only about yourself. Like we don't do school rankings here. Like the most we have is like valedictorian and I think it's salutatorian, which is the top person and then the second top in your class. But they only tell you that like when you graduate. That's it. Like they don't keep reminding you throughout the school year. So yeah, like even applying to college, like I don't know, like it's all just about it's not really I mean obviously it's competitive, right? Like but I don't know. I guess we have something similar to Sunung, but not to the degree that you guys have it, because like we have the SAT and the ACT, but the difference is we can take it more than one time in a year. Like we can take it over and over and over again. So like yeah.
Thank you for joining our Koga Korea podcast. How about your countries? Let me know in the comment. I will reply. See you next our video.